Good afternoon and welcome to the 2023 annual business meeting of the Continental Divide membership. My name is Keith Gottlieb and I am the president and the at-large representative of our co-op's governing board. As one of your representatives of this board, I can tell you that Continental Divide is a well-managed, financially strong organization that is focused on providing the membership with safe, affordable, and reliable energy. I'd like to thank everyone for attending, casting your votes today for directors, for our proposed bylaw amendment. Your voices are very important. Majority rules, and this is one of the principles of a democratic, member-controlled, not-for-profit cooperative. Before I introduce our guests and the ladies and gentlemen on the stage, I'd kind of like to take a moment. I had a lot of questions in the last 3 or 4 weeks. What do your directors do? I hear you travel a lot. Yeah, we travel a little bit, and it's really fun. We leave our wives, our families, our businesses, and we go to school so that we can maybe learn something and make a few better decisions for you, our members. The slide that you see above illustrates the different levels of continuing education that we are required to take during our terms. We start at the bottom, training to become Credentialed Cooperative Directors, CCD, 5 hours of education. Each credit hour is about 8 hours of instruction. We try to find this instruction nearby. Our statewide association offers it to us. Occasionally, we do take advantage of that. Sometimes, yes, we do have to fly to Nashville or some place to be able to take that one particular class. After we take that class, and we get 5 credit hours, we take additional classes to earn our board leadership certificates, called the BLC. That's another 10 hours of instruction. And I think up there on the triangle you can see that some of the courses, financial responsibility, director's duties and reliability, director's duties. Oh gosh, there's a governance course, there's all kinds of courses, but the middle section, the CCD, is a little bit tougher. After we complete those 10 hours, we still need a couple more courses to complete what is called the gold certificate. In order to have a gold certificate, we need 3 credit hours every 2 years of the CCD courses, and we can maintain a gold certificate. So it's kind of like a continuing education course. This past March, after 6 years of cooperative training, Wes Malcolm was recognized by the NRECA for becoming a Credentialed Cooperative Director. Wes, congratulations. I recently had the fortune of attending a speech by our outgoing NRECA president, Mr. Chris Christensen, who said that good leadership depends on 3 things: how you trust, how you listen, and how you act. As a board, we trust this co-op staff and the NRECA's experts to provide us with the knowledge to make the crucial decisions that we do. As we all know, trust is the foundation of any good relationship. We also have to trust and support of you, our members. When we trust each other, we feel safe to have constructive dialogue, to exchange ideas and express concerns, and these can lead to increased creativity and productivity, these little discussions. As leaders, we are required, you would be required, or it is essential, let's say, that we listen. Not just hear, that we listen. We listen to our membership. We listen to our fellow board members. Give you a quick example about listening. I was a coach at Grants High School for many years, a golf coach. And this one particular day, my son was playing, comes off of the practice green, I think off of 18 or something. Anyway, walks over, he's slamming a golf club. He says, "I am pushing the ball right and I don't know what I'm doing." I said, "Well, let's go look at it." So we got some balls. I went down there and I go, "Carl, here's what you're doing." "I am not doing that." I said, "Okay, you asked me to come look. I'm looking, I can see this is what you're doing." I just turned around and I started to walk up towards the clubhouse. He says, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to get me some water." So I turned around, went up there. He says, "Well, how long is this going to happen, or how long am I going to keep doing this?" I said, "Probably until you listen to me." Sure enough, in about 20 minutes, this little, I think he was a freshman then, so he would have been, 14, 15 years old, with teary eyes, comes up to the pro shop, and he says, "Dad, I'm ready to listen." So we went down there, and he went on to be a very good golfer and played Grants golf for years and years. But sometimes we just aren't ready to listen, and we need to be ready to listen. Finally, the last part, act. Leaders must follow through on their commitments and ensure that their actions align with their words to build the trust and the credibility. This brings everything full circle to the job you've been entrusted to do. Given the success that this co-op has achieved over the years, I'd say we've all done a pretty good job of trusting, listening, and acting. I would like to thank you all for the role you have played in this. Remember that anyone can be a leader at any time. Now, if I may, I'd like to introduce some of the leaders of our community, the leaders of your board, the people up here on the stage. Please hold your applause, if you would, until we get done. I would appreciate it. Seated to my right, Mr. Joe Hoskins. Joe is our board secretary from District 7. He also represents our co-op on the Tri-State Generation and Transmission Association's governing board. Makes a trip to Denver to Tri-State once a month. Ms. Blanche Clausen, District 6. Mr. Lloyd Ortega, District 3. Mike Chambers, District 1 trustee. Mr. Wes Malcolm, District 2. Seated to my left, Claudio Romero, Board Vice President and District 3 trustee. Mr. Robert Castillo, Connell Divide's CEO. Mr. Bob Roseborough, Co-op's Board Attorney. Elda M. de la Pena. Elda is the Chief Administrative Officer at Tri-State Generation and Transmission and is here to be with us today, and we'll have her say a few words after a while. Ed Rugemont. Ed is the Risk Management Director of the New Mexico Rural Electric Cooperative Association. And Ty Harpenow, CPA for Bollinger Seegers, Gilbert, and Moss. Also seated behind me, Roseanne Apodaca, Co-op's Executive Administrator. Sorry, excuse me. One of the most important guys. Alfred Saavedra, we're down here on the end. I'm sorry. I didn't forget you. This paper forgot you. Thank you, folks. Any dignitaries? I don't know of anybody that's out here. Mac, you know of anybody? Where is it? Okay, we regretfully, State Representative Harry Garcia, he was here to vote this morning, and also Mr. Eliseo Alcon, Mr. Lee Alcon. They both had family emergencies. They had intended to be here and were willing to say a few words. They wanted to say a few words, and unfortunately, they had to leave. So